Mainly because of a lot of letters we had, we picked two Strangler fields, if that's the right word, to join us. Helen Methven, who comes from Burton-on-Trent, and James Bennett, who comes from Bristol. They wanted Jean-Jacques here. He is, they are. James, you're on.
How do you feel the Stranglers' music has changed over the years since Rattus did Golden Brown?
Well, the music's changed along with us, you know. We're just a bit older.
I mean, that's an unlikely record. When I first heard that, and then looked at the label, I said, Stranglers?
Well, it's not that unlikely. We've done, on the first album, there was a 6/8 song. It's not a rock number because it's not in rock time. And on the second album, there was a 9/4 number. On the third album, there was a waltz outside Tokyo. So, you know, the style is not that weird. It's just the use of the harpsichord, because we've always used synthesizers up to now.
Helen?
Where next? Where do you think you'll go next?
Well, where next? Well, musically, or...
Yeah. Will there be another Euroman?
Yeah, I've started working on Euroman, too.
Son of Euroman.
Euroman Seeth.
Yeah. Are you thinking of writing anything about your views on a united Europe?
Yeah, I tend to write the odd article. The whole thing about Europe has come back into the fore recently with all the furor about the placing of missiles and the fact that how weedy and weak we in Europe are in the face of the aggressions from the other two people involved, the Soviet camp and the American camp. They seem to be playing with us, and we don't have much say in it. I think more and more people are aware of that. Thus the incredible rise of the CND, the rebirth of the CND, and of all the movements, anti-nuclear movements in Europe.
Do you support CND?
Yeah, I do. I support their aims, yeah.
Because, Jean-Jacques, you said that you write articles. You are very much a Euro person, being part French, part British. But
well, I'm European. Britain's part of Europe, whether you like it or not.
But you've been campaigning personally for a united Europe at a wider range than just an economic united Europe.
Oh, yeah, sure. But an economic union, it reminds me a bit of the Zollverein, which was the customs union in Germany before Germany became one nation, because Germany's only 110 years old as a nation state. Europe, inevitably, Europe will have to be a united not nation, because the idea of nation's a bit old-fashioned now, but a federation, certainly a union of nations, all represented. Even a place like Scotland will be part of the United Europe. Scotland will be an independent state in a federation.
A United States of Europe?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah.
Because more autonomous control with the individual states.
And also more control in our destiny at the moment. It seems that we've been chosen as a battleground by other interested parties, and we've got no say in it whatsoever. In fact, the Americans consider Europe to be just a bunch of weak shopkeepers.
And a possible chessboard for them to practice on.
Yeah. Definite chessboard, yeah.
Blah.
Yeah, all right.
Blah.
Tell you what, I just think it's inevitable, whether you are against a common market or for it. That's just a historical transition, part of the whole move towards an eventual United States of Europe.
Now, you're not the only member of the Stranglers who've gone into print with their personal views. There have been books about prisons, books about drugs coming out of the band as well. Do you feel that as entertainers, as musicians, you should use that media clout to put across your personal views?
I'm very dubious about the term entertainer, because ever since I've been aware of contemporary music and the power of contemporary music, whether it's rock or whatever, I've always considered it to be something superior to mere entertainment, mere circus clowning, I think it's that and film are the most vital mediums of expression these days. 100 years ago it might have been opera or whatever, but these days it's what is generally termed as rock music, although a lot of, I know, contemporary musicians don't like the term rock anymore. It's become a bit redundant with all its connotations of returning to showbiz and entertainment. But a lot of people involved in it are informed, and there's no reason why they should be condescending and patronising to the punters, to the listeners, and talk about silly things. Sometimes it comes over as pretentious, and other times it just about gets away with it.
Okay, let's open the phone lines. 015804411. Jean-Jacques Burnel is with me, along with James Bennett and Helen, who is going to explain now why she and Jean-Jacques are both wearing white, what I would call judo suits, but they're not. They're karate outfits, aren't
They
they?
are karate gi.
Karate gi. Because you're both karate...
Karateka.
Karateka. How did you get involved, first of all, Helen?
Well, basically because of Jean-Jacques, but then my brother-in-law, he used to do judo, and he was due to go to the Olympics, but then he decided not to. And so I took up judo, but, you know, I thought it wasn't exactly what I wanted to do. So one night I asked, I said, when's the next karate lesson? And he said, oh, on Wednesday. So I went along to that, and I've never looked back after that.
Because you wanted also to discuss karate with Jean-Jacques.
Yeah. What sort of karate do you do?
I
What
do.
style?
I do as many styles as I'm capable of, of participating in. Because what's happened in recent years has been there's been so much politics between the various styles. In fact, there are so many different names for styles now, derived from they use half the name of one style and half the name of another style, and various sensei, the teachers, break away from various federations. There's so much bitching between the various official bodies, so-called official bodies, that I tried to keep clear of that aspect of it, and therefore, because I've met people who said, oh, that style of karate is crap, and this one, mine's great, and everything. It totally defeats the whole. I would have thought that a very important aspect of the karate, of the martial attitude, the budo spirit, which is do it, and never underestimate another style, because it's different strokes, different folks.
Well, let's do it, if we may, because I'm going to take my headphones off and walk across to another microphone. Walk. He says off mic. Lovely, because we've got a mat here. Come on home, because you wanted to try this. This I've got to understand, because I always under the impression that karate was people smashing roof tiles and bricks with their heads. These are the kind of things you see in the movies.
That's just tamishiwari, which is a good way of finding out how you've developed your strength and your power. In some styles, that's much more important than other styles. In Kyokushinkai style, that's a very important aspect of the style of karate, because it also creates a handicap system before competition. In other words, depending on the number of tiles you break or blocks of wood you break before the match, that if the match is a draw, then they take that into consideration.
Oh, fine. Right, we've got you a mat. I wonder if you'd like to explain the first kind of exercises, a kind of warm-up exercise.
Yeah, you always have to concentrate a lot on warm-up exercises, although obviously in the street you don't have much time to limber up. But it's, as Bob Poynton, who's a Shotokan 5th Dan sensei and member of the British team, once pointed out to me, he said that I think if that's right, by the time you're 30, you've lost 40% of your flexibility, which is a hell of a
So I'm going to hide into nothing already.
I mean, that's probably why white people walk much more rigidly than black people. I mean, most of good karateka in this country are black guys, and they're getting down, And
now, these are called katas.
Huh?
Is that right, katas?
No, kata.
Katas.
Yeah, kata is, in some styles, as in Kyokushinkai, they don't put much emphasis on kata because they consider that to be ballet dancing. But it is a great way of developing technique, and it's kind of therapy because you can do it by yourself if you have sufficient room.
Can you show us?
So Helen's going
to have a go. What are you going to do, Helen?
Heian Shodan.
Would you explain that to me, or will you talk me through it while you do it? That's easy. Just explain what you're going to do.
Heian Shodan.
Which is basically
The first kata.
the first kata, which is, I'm trying to think of this in ballet terms. Is the only way I can describe it, really. So it's like the first, second, and third position of a ballet dancer, for instance. So you have various positions within the kata.
Kata is a combination of combining techniques in some kind of fluidness, fluidity. Is that?
That's the right word. But tell you what, Helen, since I have no idea what we're talking about, would you do it, and I'll ask Jean-Jacques to explain what's happening as it happens.
Okay, and that's a block, and that's a punch. Another block, another block. There's a punch, middle punch, Shudan Zuki. These are all punches to the head.
So I'm going to
punches to the head.
Yes, I'm moving out of the way because she's throwing punches very close to the love. So this is very stylized at the moment.
Yeah, and it gets more stylized the higher you get.
Because is karate like judo where you have dans and belt colours?
Yeah.
Because you've got a black belt.
whereas judo is a sport, karate isn't a sport. Although some people are trying to make it a sport, that would debase it. For instance, I'll show you what she was doing then. She was doing Gedan Barai was your first block, right? And that's a block to a kick to the groin.
So that's a block against an aggressor.
Yeah, sure.
So you kick up, her left hand goes down to stop your foot going for the groin.
The use of these combining of these techniques, as I'll show you here. This is a kick to the groin, and she blocks it.
Left hand blocks and pushes it away.
Punches me.
Right fist comes straight into the top of the solar plexus, at which point I would have left.
Yeah. So in kata, you combine various techniques, and it gets more and more complicated. For instance, sometimes this one kata is you combine various techniques, and they get more complicated.
Because it's a very fast motion.
Well, not always. Some things like Sanshin no kata, which is a very slow kata, but very tiring, because you have to use ibuki breathing, which is a form of breathing. When you get winded, the first instinct's to gasp, right?
Right, yes.
And ibuki, you force the breath out as opposed to gasping for it. So if you wind me, I try and do something like...
So literally you use your diaphragm muscles to literally force the wind out rather than gulp it in.
And also it creates tension in the whole body. So if you punch me harder. Yeah. And you use that ibuki breathing to just...
Now, I'm not going to offer Helen my stomach to try that punch that she just threw at you, but hit my hand with the force you just hit Jean-Jacques. Gee, try that again. That, I think, would have put me out of the conversation for a few minutes. You didn't even seem to flinch.
No.
How long have you been doing this?
On and off for about 9 years now.
And how far can you go? Because you've got a black belt. Is that the ultimate?
Oh, no, that's just when you start realising you know nothing, you know. Yeah.
Right, let me go back to the telephones. I will put this microphone down. Helen, thank you very much. I will promise to be very polite to you afterwards. Move round together, Mike. Jolly good. On to the telephones. Chance to talk to Jean-Jacques Burnel on 01580 4411. Let's go to line 1 and to Michael Bolton in Wetherby.
Hello, Joe.
Hi.
Me and a couple of friends have been in a group for a couple of months now, and the only problem we find is getting a name for ourselves. You got any tips?
What do you mean? What kind of name?
Well,
do you mean the title of the band or a reputation?
Yeah, title of the band.
Well, I can't really help you on that, because it might also depend on how you view yourselves. You know, you obviously view yourselves different to the way everyone else views you, and it might be descriptive. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm a lame duck on that.
Yeah, I think it's up to you. You ought to decide.
I mean, where did the name The Stranglers come from?
It was just something we choked up one day.
I mean, that was at the height of the punk thing. Were you looking for a name that would shock people, or...?
Our name, we were called the Stranglers, calling ourselves the Stranglers in 1974.
So well before Mr. McLaren and the rest of the mob?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. Let's go to line 3, to Alistair Woodruff in Harpenden, who's on a crossed line. So we'll go to Belfast, line 4, and Simon Crook.
Hello, Jean-Jacques.
Hi, Simon.
Yes, do you still have your Triumph?
Yeah, I sure do. My Triumph Bonneville.
Well, the motorbike?
Yeah.
I read about it a while back in one of the music papers. How much riding do you do on it?
Well, I haven't done too much recently. We've had a bit of snow here. But I do as much as possible. I spent the whole of last summer riding it around, yeah.
Great. What made you buy British?
The noise, the fact that it was a dying breed, and it looked beautiful, and it was something which didn't subscribe to the planned obsolescence syndrome, you know. It's something that, okay, if it blows up, I can rebuild it. It is something I could in theory, keep for life. And also, I very much respect what the Workers' Cooperative are trying to do at Meriden. It's, as I said, it's the end of a dying breed, and it's not a mass-produced product. It's built with loving care.
Lovely. I've got a 750 Honda.
Yeah?
I bought for the
I bet you don't have that in 15 years, Toro.
I'm sure I will.
Yeah.
Goes forever, and I'm customising it.
Well, good luck. You don't believe in disposable equipment, Jean-Jacques, when it comes to motorbikes and cars and things?
In anything, really.
Okay, let's go from Belfast to Scotland to Lanarkshire, and Duncan Watt on line 2. Hello, Duncan.
Hello?
You're on the line to Jean-Jacques Burnel.
Hi, Dun. Pardon?
What kind of music do you like?
Stranglers music and just about anything which is stimulating. That doesn't really give you much of an idea, does it? I like, well, in modern terms, I like a lot of European music. Some of the last 10 years, anything Kraftwerk, Cannes, Düsseldorf. I kind of like that rhythmic stuff.
Okay, while we're on the subject of music... No, before I was just going to bring James in, but let me take one more call. Line 1, Jonathan somewhere in Leeds.
Hello?
Hello, Jonathan.
Hello, Jean-Jacques.
Hello.
I wanted to know why the Euroman album was deleted.
Well, well, they obviously thought it didn't have any they didn't have any further use for it, you know.
Yeah.
Is it deleted?
Yeah, I've been trying to get it for 2 months.
Yeah.
I've had it on order, and they've written to EMI, and EMI have said that you won't be able to get it anymore.
Well, EMI, see, it was released on United Artists, and United Artists, which was a label we were on, got swallowed lock, stock and barrel by this large conglomerate called Jaws EMI, and I guess it was a victim of that.
Well, is there any possibility of ever getting it again, do you think?
Tape it, I would.
I'd never heard a word of that, but I would suggest... Whereabouts are you? Whereabouts exactly are you? You're in Leeds, Jonathan?
Yeah,
I
Nigel.
was surprised, actually.
I would have thought that there must be a second-hand shop, or one of the specialist shops might have a copy, worth finding around, or else there's a BBC local radio station up there. I'm sure if you have a quiet word with them, they may know somebody in the area who might be able to help.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, John?
Okay, thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Right, to James Bennett, because we were talking about personal tastes in music, and I know I'm told, I don't say I know, I'm told that your favourite track, Jean-Jacques, of all the Stranglers stuff is Men in Black.
It's
Or one of your favourites.
Yeah, it's the most outlandish. I mean, you said Golden Brown was a bit of a departure, but I think Men in Black is the most different sounding Stranglers track.
Because James had a question about that.
Do you actually think the Men in Black have jinxed you
Oh,
since
yeah.
you recorded it?
For sure.
Can you explain who the Men in Black are?
No.
All right, fine.
The Men in Black are a kind of, been seen as a kind of cosmic CIA. Now, there are a lot of theories about if you're interested at all in ufology. Some people think they're ultra-terrestrials, that the whole UFO thing is an ultra-terrestrial thing, or some other people...
Ultra rather than extra.
Yeah, and some people consider, and extraterrestrial, but some people consider the whole thing to be much more subtle than that, and to be extra-dimensional. Because, you know, as human beings, our hearing and our vision is very limited.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's a thing called the electromagnetic spectrum, which I'm not too up on frequency.
Which is why you and I can hear things which, for instance, other animals can't hear,
Yeah, right.
and vice versa.
Yeah, dogs can hear things that we can't hear. And for the sake of argument, say this electromagnetic spectrum is 0 to 1,000, just for the sake of argument.
Right.
And we subscribe to that electromagnetic spectrum within sort of like 350 to 400, cycles per second.
That's the piece we can see
Yeah.
or hear or register.
So it would explain a lot of things like ghosts and things which disappear. Now, a lot of pilots who've chased UFOs have seen them change colour, go through the whole colour spectrum, and then disappear. And if something moves at such a speed, you lose sight of it.
And that's maybe where the Men in Black are.
Well, but.
That'll give me something to think about between now and Tuesday's talk about anyway. Jean-Jacques
Did I make
Burnel.
that clear?
You made it very clear. Jean-Jacques, thank you. Helen, thank you. James, thank you.
Is that it?
We're not here to